Good evening, children. Welcome to 11th class. Today I am going to start with chapter number 1, Physical World. It is just a reading chapter, no derivation, so you can understand it easily. In the morning, I have sent to you the PDF of the first 4 pages of the first chapter. So the summary of those 4 pages I am giving to you. The first one is, what is physics? You know, physics is a branch of science like chemistry, biology. Physics also is a branch. In this branch of science, we study about the nature and the natural phenomena. Then come to the next page. Next page tells about the branches of physics. According to physics, we learn about motion, force, machines, etc. That branch is called mechanics. Then we will learn waves and oscillation. Waves means the way how energy is transferred from one place to another place without the transfer of matter, which we have learned in 10th class also. Since sound is a wave, light is a wave. The next branch is heat and thermodynamics. That means we are going to learn about the heat. Thermodynamics means we will learn in detail about heat, temperature, thermodynamics laws, etc. Like that, there are other branches of physics also. We know the other branches are properties of matter, then electrodynamics, optics, that means study of light, atomic physics, study of atoms, nuclear physics, study of nucleus, electronics, in which we will learn about the semiconductors. Semiconductors mean silicon, germanium, etc. And astrophysics. Astro means related to space, computer science. These are the different branches of physics. Now we have to learn some physical laws. Some physical laws are, number 1, conservation of mechanical energy. So 10th class topic, what is mechanical energy? Mechanical energy is the sum of kinetic energy as well as potential energy. For a body, this mechanical energy remains constant. If there is no wastage of energy, then total mechanical energy remains the same. That means sum of kinetic energy and potential energy remains the same. This is also 10th class topic. You have learned the free fall of a body. When the body falls down, its potential energy converts to kinetic energy, but during the free fall, total mechanical energy remains the same. Next come to conservation of total energy of an isolated system. It means that if there is friction, if there is wastage of energy, then we cannot say that sum of kinetic energy and potential energy remains the same. Some energy is converted to any other dissipated form. For example, if a fan is working, some part of energy, electrical energy, we supply to the fan is converting into heat and sound. So we say that total energy is conserved, in which some part is converted into useful form, some other part is converted just a dissipated form, that is sound and heat. In the example of fan, it is the wasted form. Next come to conservation of mass and energy. The new theory tells that in the universe, the sum of mass and energy remains the same. We can change mass to energy as well as energy to mass. That conversion is given by Einstein's mass energy relation. So what is Einstein's mass energy relation? Delta E is equal to, you can see, delta E is equal to delta M into C square. Delta E means change in the energy. Delta M means change in the mass. C is the speed of light. So when delta M mass converts into energy, what energy we get? That is obtained by this equation. This equation is called Einstein's mass energy relation. According to this relation, we know that when 1 AMU mass, you have learned AMU, atomic mass unit, in chemistry. When 1 AMU mass converts to energy, it will produce 931.5 mega electron volt. So how I got this value? That is from this equation, delta E is equal to delta M into C square. So I was discussing that we can convert mass to energy. That equation is given here. E plus E, you can see in the book at the bottom of the page 13, you can see E minus means electron, E plus means positron. These two are charged particles. So these charged particles react and they produce gamma. Gamma is energy. This reaction is called pair annihilation. It is called pair annihilation. Its opposite reaction also is possible. That means from energy we can get mass. That reaction I have written at the bottom. Gamma plus gamma gives electron plus positron. This reaction is called pair production. So they are reversible reaction. At the top it is given from mass we are getting energy, that is pair annihilation. Its opposite, from energy we are getting mass, that is pair production. Both the equations are very important, pair production as well as pair annihilation. Children, see the PDF page I have sent to you before. Next topic is conservation of momentum. So momentum, you know, it is mass into velocity. 9th class topic, linear momentum. Mass into velocity. For conservation of linear momentum, the total linear momentum and total angular momentum. At present, you leave about the angular momentum because you have not learned angular momentum, but you have learned linear momentum. So you can learn about the linear momentum law, conservation of linear momentum. So according to the conservation of linear momentum, you can say that before collision and after collision, linear momentum remains the same. That is the conservation of linear momentum. Children, we will learn this in detail in another chapter. Come to conservation of charge. Conservation of charge means in the universe the total charge remains the same. It means in a system, in a body, total charge remains the same. We can transfer charge from one to another, but total charge of a system remains the same. It means charge is neither be created nor be destroyed. This law is called the conservation of charge. Next come to conservation of mass number. Nucleons means, what is nucleon? Nucleon means either proton or neutron. So the sum of protons and neutron, that is the particles present in the nucleus, they are called the nucleons. That means neutrons and protons. Their sum, which we call as mass number, is conserved. You can see in the equation 238. Uranium's mass number is 238. In the right side also, thorium and helium, you can see the total number of mass remains the same. Similarly, atomic number left and right remains the same. This you have learned in 10th class modern physics chapter. All right? Yes, children. Now come to fourth topic, that is fundamental forces in nature. That means different type of forces. The different types of forces are, you can see, gravitational force. Gravitational force means 9th class topic. It is the force of attraction between any two bodies present in the universe. Any two bodies present in the universe, between them there is always attractive force. That force is called the gravitational force. And it is always attractive, and you know that it depends inversely on the square of distance. That means more the distance, less will be the force. And it is a long range force, can act from far distances. Example, the gravitational force between earth and moon, very far apart, still the force is acting. And this is a weak force, weakest force, gravitational force. And its particles are called, gravitational force particles are called graviton. So the field particle of gravitational force is called the graviton. Next come to weak forces. Weak forces, you can study the weak force. You can see this reaction. This is the modern physics equation. We have learned in the beta emission. When neutron converts to proton along with the electron and neutrino, that is antineutrino. And this electron cannot remain in the nucleus, come out of the nucleus, which we call as beta particle. And the name of the field particle of weak force is called neutrino. Neutrino is the name of the field particle of weak forces. Third type is electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force include the force among the stationary charges as well as the magnetic force. And this electromagnetic force can be attractive, can be repulsive. It depends upon like charges then, or like poles, it will be repulsive. Unlike charges, unlike poles, it will be attractive. The particle of this electromagnetic force is called photon. Photon. You can see I have underlined put in the bracket which are important from the pages. So the PDF I have sent to you, open it and read from that. I know you are not having the book, but important sentences, important area I have either marked or put in the bracket or underlined. Next come to strong forces. Strong forces are the nuclear forces. Nuclear forces. And these nuclear forces are always attractive. Example, it is the force between two protons, or force between two neutrons, or force between one proton and one neutron. This is not following inverse square law. It is not following inverse square law. Remember that. And the field particle of these nuclear forces, they are the strongest forces, nuclear forces. and their field particle is called pi meson. They are called pi meson. Children, these are all about the first chapter topic, that is you are able to read and understand. It's not a tough chapter. It is introductory chapter, just reading. Main part is you can see different types of forces and what is pair production, what is pair annihilation. Then Einstein's mass energy relation. The remaining parts are just reading topic. Okay children, open the PDF and see the video and try to understand the chapter. Okay children, thank you.